We live? We live? I attempted to survive 100 days in Project Zomboid. This has got to be the craziest run I have ever attempted to do in this game. Let me make one thing clear. I'm not an expert at this game. You will find out. When I started this run, I never thought how much I would get so attached to my character, and that all the crazy events that happened in this run, that I just felt like there was a story to be put together. So this is a different kind of video, but I really hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Without further ado, enjoy. Did I mention that I wasn't a good Project Zomboid player? I wasn't sure if I did the settings right. I wanted to put 4 times population, but after some research, I think I put it at 16 pop. What? Please confirm in the comments what I put myself into. Please help me. Meet our character for the run. His name is William Rains. Little backstory. He was born and raised near Riverside, just on the outskirts of town. He was in the military, top of his class, only child, quiet, and with no friends. After the military, he got a simple job at a bar when everything went down. Day 1. I spawned in the bar and looted the building for anything of use, but only a hammer was found. After that, we checked out the grocery store and ate a little bit of food, and we encountered our first zombie. But since William was in the military, he's no stranger to death. He disposed of them quickly. We moved on to the nearby houses behind the bar, fighting infected on the way. As we got closer and closer to more houses, more infected started showing. Normally, if you see these many zombies, you run the other way, but William was a killing machine. We got to the house and looted up and planned where we wanted to set up base, Riverside's gated community. I wanted to set a goal. During all this chaos, I wanted to set a beacon in Knoxville County to anyone who would listen to our call that Riverside was going to be free from the infected. So we devised a plan that we are going to clear the gated community and make a base where anybody can join. William grew up to be by himself. He knew what it meant to be lonely, and he wanted to change that. After looting the nearby houses and finding his first gun, disaster struck so early. A laceration on my left hand. We covered up with some bandages and went on our way. Started to get late, so we beelined it straight to the gated community houses. With William being fit enough, he ran past any zombies and ignored every lunge. As we got closer to the houses, we heard we found our first survivor, Edward. We told him our plan of clearing Riverside, and he was ready to join our cause. Now William's group went from 1 to 2, and we cleared out a nearby house and called it a day for the end of day 1. We continued to make our way to the location of the base, finding a car with a key but no gas, so we marked it on our map and left. Killing the undead and looting on the way, we made it to the park where we were gonna build a base. We started to clear the area. We cleared a house right next to the park and set up a temporary HQ. After we established an HQ, we wanted to clear the community gatehouses. So we started going door to door, room to room, making sure there was no zombies lurking anywhere. Found weapons and a familiar gun that William grew accustomed to in the military, an FAL. Whenever I had too many things to carry, I went to drop it off in our garage, thus beginning our big pile of stuff. That's all we did for the end of day 2. Day 3. Almost got hurt again. That's gonna happen a lot. Don't know how to play this game very well. I continued looting the neighborhood and finding more and more firepower. I cleared the first block of the neighborhood. But to double check, I went around in a circle to make sure we were in the clear. Saw that we had 2 buses on each end of the street, and I thought I can use an old car to block the way to stall the zombies if they managed to get close to our base. We continued killing more zombies to clear more of our area. And we got extremely lucky by finding a car with a key, gas, and it was brand new. I marked where the police station was and the gas station was on my map because I wanted to go there next, and that's where we're gonna head tomorrow. On day 4, I also marked down the hardware store so I can get things like nails and tools, maybe a possible sledgehammer. We woke up really early in the morning, so we got some food, we got into our car, and we went to go scout to see how bad Riverside was while on the way to the gas station. It's safe to say that this is going to be much harder than it looks. I saw the gas and police station. It was swarming with zombies, but I thought we will be okay clearing out the surrounding zombies at night. But another survivor had different plans. I grabbed my crowbar and went to work. But that survivor's shooting actually drew most of the zombies away from the police station, so it was very easy to loot the police station and bring it back to the car. It was loaded with firepower, a lot of ammo, including a Spaz 12. I also changed my outfit to something more fitting. After looting the entire police station, we started to work our way to the gas station. I needed gas for my car, and I brought some empty gas cans. Without getting too loud, I tried to kill a little bit on the way to create a path from my car to the gas station, but there was a lot. So I gathered a bunch of the zombies, circled them up, and did a loop around the police station. It worked. The area was clear enough for me to grab my cans, fill up with gas, fill up the car, go back to the gas station, fill it up, and repeat. Now that my car was full of gas and my gas cans full, I had an escape plan. So I grabbed my newly acquired shotgun, some ammo, and I started to clear out the gas station. After a while of shooting, the area was finally clear. I wanted to loot the gas station for some fast food snacks, so I went in, but before I was able to loot, thinking that I had cleared the area with the shotgun blast, I thought not that many zombies were gonna come. And I was wrong. All that work was for nothing. There was way more zombies than I anticipated. But without risking, I got into my car and I started heading home. But before I wanted to go home, I wanted to scout the area around the hardware store so I could plan how I wanted to loot the store. The plan that I came up with was to lure as much of the zombies I can with my car and wrap around the buildings so when I come back it will be sort of thinned out later. After that, I drove around Riverside to see how much work we have to do to clear this area. When I got home, I unloaded the car, upgraded what I could on my guns, and I went to bed for the end of day 4. On day 5, I wanted to clear the area of the hardware store, so I made some Molotovs to help fight the infected. On the way there, I found an old prison bus. I thought maybe I can use this later down the line to upgrade, so I marked it on my map and I continued towards the store. My plan of luring some of the zomboids with cars worked. Sorta. There was a hefty amount of zombies to kill and that's what we did. There were still way too many zombies for me to fight one-on-one, so I circled the zombies, I grabbed my Molotov and I threw it. I wanted to make sure they weren't going to catch anything else on fire, so I had to stay close to the circle and do tight turns to keep it close together. And after a while of running in circles, the sweet, sweet sound of victory popcorn. Succeeding in killing this many zombies, it gave me and William hope that we will be able to clear Riverside. After killing the few stranglers that were left, I looted up the hardware store. Unfortunately, no sledgehammers, but enough nails and tools for our future base. Since I already cleared the area, I wanted to check out the other stores. There was a place called Spiffle's Clothes, so I got a new outfit. Still gotta keep the drip going even in the apocalypse. After getting my new outfit, I hopped back in my car and headed home. I don't know how to drive. That was pretty close. When I got home, my car lured a couple zombies to the base. So I called Edward and we did a little clearing out. After defending our base, I did a little exercise and I went to bed for the end of day 5. I unloaded the car from our looting run into our pile of goodies in the garage. The plan for today was to collect every skill book so I can have at my disposal. So I got in my car and drove to the back of the school, cleared some of the zombies that followed me. School through the gym and I had no idea where the library was at, so I was going in completely blind, but looking through 2 doors and I found it. I spent the rest of the day grabbing all the skill books I found and read all the one-time magazines. I found all the skill books except 4 different skill books, so I went back to my car, came home and went to bed. Now having a taste of how many zombies they are and how to dispose of them, I needed more materials so I can clear them out. So I made a trip to get more bottles of alcohol at the bar where we started. I was met with some resistance. Once I got into the bar, I started taking every single alcohol bottle I can carry because this was going to be my best friend. On the way back home, I went to check how bad the area around the gas station got after the alarm went off. Our efforts of clearing it the other day was for nothing. Driving through the main road in Riverside is always terrifying, but William has nuts of steel. He took this as an opportunity to gather as much of zombies from the main road and move it towards the back street. I made it home and made a bunch of Molotovs, and then I went to bed. On day 8, I woke up to a storm outside and a storm in my mind. Those 4 books, those 4 measly skill books, that they bothered me so much that I didn't have it in my possession, and I headed out to the Enigma bookstore on the main street of Riverside. This was a really dumb idea, but I just couldn't get over the fact that I needed 4 more books. And to make matters worse, I grabbed my red engine light car and I put all my faith that it would not turn off on me at the worst time. Take notes, people, this is how you survive 100 days. Driving up to the main street, I parked my car down the road and began piling them up. To only realize that I parked 1 street too far. So with the pile I had, I tried to wrap around the building to lose them, to only get faced with a lot more of undead on the other side. But I managed to get around and continue to make my way to the bookstore. There was still a heavy crowd, so I piled up and did the same exact thing. Finally, enough zombies for me to deal with, and I went back to the bookstore to read one-time magazines and find those 4 books. After searching through each and every bookshelf in that store, I found every skill book except 1, Tailoring 5. I knew that I probably wasn't going to need it or even use it, but it was bothering me so bad. I was about to just go on a looting spree, but instead I just dealt with it. Leaving the bookstore disappointed, I checked what store was next to me and it was a pharmacy. So I looted everything in that store. So there was a bright side to this, I guess.
I got back to the car, and on the way home, I saw many zombies were getting close to the gate, so I parked as quick as I can, called Edward, and we defended our home. After a nice defense, we went to bed for the end of day 8. On day 9, finally, after going on looting run after looting run after looting run, me and Edward finally started working on the base. I gave him an axe and a shotgun, and we began to clear out some trees and the undead in the park where we can make our base for anyone and everyone who wants to come join us in clearing Riverside. While in the process, we heard the sound that most people hate in this game. We hid and made sure it didn't spot us, but it turned out it was a care package drop. We might have to get that later. We still continued in clearing out the park. I wanted to secure the park first by placing log walls on the other 2 entrances on the other side of the park. Placing the last wall in the park, I felt like it was a big step in the right direction into securing Riverside. Before going to bed, I wanted to work on some of my mechanic skills, and we met our second survivor, Stuart. I called him and spoke to him about our plan, and he was interested to help and join our cause. And he had another friend, Tracy, to help us too. So our group of 2 went to a group of 4. William went to bed that night knowing that he has 3 other survivors that can help him with this cause. He felt some sort of joy in his heart, something that he's never experienced before. He wanted to create a safe haven for them and for anybody in this cruel, cruel world.